dude.
What am I doing?
You're supposed to dance.
Oh, I'm supposed to do What am I doing, man?
You're supposed to meet me in the middle.
I'm supposed to meet you in the middle?
Like, do that thing that you do, the boxer style. Like, you know, 1970s Brooklyn shit.
Is
Whatever
there any
you do.
music?
Whatever you
it's
do.
hard with no music.
When the bass drop.
I love what I do every day so much that I will do it literally till I die. Yeah, great to see you, man.
Oh, God.
Great to see you.
Me too.
Chris Pesce, ladies and gentlemen. #1 last year, Douglas Elliman commercial in gross commissions, and you've only been in the business 4 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I think so.
Man of many talents, came from the e-commerce world, crushing in commercial real estate, sings like a gazelle. Plays the guitar. Gentlemen, I promise you, it doesn't matter how straight you are, you watch this man on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you're gonna get a tingly moment. Speaking of tingly moment, you know what I have to do now. I have to share my history. So we're here in the Merrick Mall in downtown Merrick. Mr. Pesce has the exclusive on this entire property featuring Stop and Shop, CVS, Outback, Island Empanadas, and then some. Right there is where I cut my teeth, where I learned all these moves. The Stop and Shop back in the day when I was 19 years old. I worked at Escapes, the male strip club. So this is a very somber, touching moment for me. But back to you. So there's 30,000 agents on Long Island. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong, it happens often, there's 300 commercial agents on Long Island. Is that an accurate number?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
And you are in like the top 0.000000001% of agents at the premier brokerage, in my opinion, on Long Island, Douglas Elliman, in 4 years.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a start some time ago. I worked for a developer that does a lot of multifamily now. At the time, had a little bit of a portfolio with some retail over in Greenvale,
Okay.
over by where Northern Boulevard area is, some condos in Great Neck, and I started with them also with a 100,000 square foot Class A office building.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my feet wet there for a bit. I worked for them about 5 years. So I had a little bit of a head start there. So when I jumped in with the license,
Okay.
you know, here
So,
in Douglas Elliman.
and a lot of people, like, commercial real estate's sexy. Everybody wants to be in it, right? I mean, there's big dollars, it's high pressure, it's high stakes, but there's big reward at the end of that. It is very difficult to do. Now myself, you know, obviously doing a ton of residential transitioning and commercial, I can vouch firsthand that it is a completely different animal. Nothing gets done quickly. There's a lot of politics involved. It's very difficult. So what I think everybody out there is curious to know is, what would you say is the #1 thing that you did, or your trait or characteristic that essentially propelled your business to the level it is right now in such a short period of time?
I would say that, well, #1, you got to start, right? It all starts with the start.
Yeah.
And the start for me was, you know, I would see signs on the windows, like for sale by owner, for lease by owner, and I would call. And even though at the beginning where I kind of didn't know what I was talking about, you know, I got to practice on all the little small stores along Merrick Road. Eventually got to know some landlords and, you know, started to pick up business little by little. And I think it just became then having a niche and digging in daily and persistence, you know, getting up early, working in, you know, just good habits on a daily basis to build your business. And social media has been something I've been working on over the years. I'd love to be at the level you are, and I think I want to start to work in that direction. I think you do an amazing job in everything you do. I think I've been following you since you started.
Yeah.
You know, even when you had like 30 people on YouTube, and I think you're in the thousands. So you're doing a great job, and I'd love to. It's very inspiring. So I think another thing is to just be inspired by others and and don't just idolize them, but practice what they're doing and use it as tools to succeed.
So there's two things that I see that you're doing, and I was talking about at least one of them with Mike when we shot his episode a couple weeks ago, which was persistence, bro. You don't stop. For as mellow and cool, you look like, you got like a Dean Martin thing going on right now, smooth, calm, cool, and collective. You don't stop, bro. You just keep coming and calling, and it doesn't matter what people say to you, you just keep doing it. Another thing that I think is very cool about you is the real estate space in general, but especially the commercial space, in my opinion, is as antiquated as a business can be. And you have really been willing, it really hasn't been disrupted in a long time, and you're willing to step out of the box and do social media and just do all these unique things to get your clients' properties seen and you seen as well. And obviously, the proof is in the pudding. It's working.
Thank you. Yeah, I believe in being the hardest working guy in the room. I know it's cliche, but it's the truth. When I saw some things that were missing, and video walkthroughs and floor plans and drone videos. So those are the type of things I wanted to have in there in the mix that I was seeing that were missing.
So obviously you're a young guy. You've been in the business 4 years. You have a long career left ahead of you. I know you're the kind of person that's always trying to get better, take it to the next level. It's never perfect. It's never done. It's always getting better. What would you say is the one thing in your business right now that you're really focusing on to try and get better at?
I definitely want to have a little more of a different presence on social media. I think it's important. Like I said, I watch you, I learn a lot from you, and it's finding the time. And I just saw a post that you made recently about even starting once a week.
Yeah.
And then going from there. And I was following you since you started with that. The once a week,
yep.
hiring the guy, I saw the evolution.
Yeah, you've seen it.
And I see what it does. And obviously, you're out there, people see you, there's referrals, and it just goes on and on. So there's nothing bad about it. It's a hard thing to break into for a lot of people. It's nerve-wracking, I think, for anybody. So, but it's something I want to break out of the comfort zone and start to do a little bit more. I mean, I post basically deals I've done because I feel like effectiveness of seeing deals that have been completed and done help to some extent, but I feel like it's not enough. I want to give a little more. There's plenty of money to be made. There's plenty of properties to be listed by everyone and anybody that I don't have a problem with sharing, and I just would like to make more time for it. That's a big thing for me now.
Of course. Well, listen, we're going to hold you that. We're going to check in with you in 30 days, and we're going to get a video from you to see exactly what you've done in the last 30 days to improve on your social media footprint.
Okay.
I'd also like to have you on the podcast within the next 30 days, so we'll get a jump start to that.
Okay.
I'd love to be able to sit down, talk about your journey, the commercial world, things that go on, things where you see it going. So if you do that, I'd be honored and appreciate it.
Thank you. I would appreciate it too. That'd be amazing.
Chris Pesce, Douglas Elliman, #1 in the office, 4 years in the business, #1 last year. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, and we'll see you on next week's Elite Agent. Good. All right, man.
Hey, was that all right?
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. It was perfect. Gentlemen, I promise you, it doesn't matter how straight you are. You watch this man on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You're gonna just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and oh.